hello everyone. I know that I probably jacked up my notifications because I kind of messed up when I was scheduling. Hey Teresa, hey Angel the Real Boss, ZK. Shout out to my moderators, Yolanda. Hey Ashley, Pretty Brown Eyes, Diane Bowings. Shout out to my mods, G Finley, Little Miss Muffin. New to you, Clarinetta. She said, well, now we've been waiting all day. um, I don't know that name. Sayatoya or something. Sayatona? Saya. Um, Let me ask you something, love. Are you a hacker? I'm gonna call you Sai. Are you a hacker? Hey, Nakaya, Melvin, Jay, Miss Nelly, Lily. Hold on. Oh, I don't know who. Yeah, I can't be bothered with no hackers in here. Hold on. I should have made it. Hold on, y'all. It's okay. Let me see something. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to do something. Y'all hit the like button for me as people are coming in, okay? Hold on, y'all. Y'all hit the like button for me as people are coming in. Shit. Hold on for a second, you guys. Y'all like, share, and subscribe, okay? Bo Norton says they took out Big Juke. He set up Dolph to be murdered. Well, um, I'm not gonna disagree with you. Hold on, y'all. Hit the like button. Like, share, and subscribe, okay? While I do something right quick. I gotta do this. Because I can't be bothered with trolls and hackers and stuff. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Now, how is everybody doing tonight? Let me see. Let me speak to everybody. I had to set it on subscribers only. If you want to comment, you'll have to subscribe, okay? If you subscribe and you come in here with this foolishness, it's gonna be just like you didn't subscribe because my moderator's gonna block you, okay? Let's see. I see Miss Nelly, Diane, Little Miss Muffin, Bo Norton, ZK. Shout out to my mods, Tamo 8, Flame Spitter, Leo, Teresa, Positive Vibes, So Witty, the Black Barbie, Little Miss Muffin, Cypress, Ashley, Black Money. I like that. Black Money. Black Wealth. I love that. Joy Loves God, J, Mama G, True Aquarius. Did I say Miss Nelly? Althea, Diane Wright, Hero Fix TV. Y'all, what's going on tonight? How is everyone doing? I wanted to thank you, love. I love you too. Hey Desmond. Okay, you guys. I wanted to talk about who will get Young Dolph justice and who has been responsible for getting him justice. Who has been responsible for getting his family hey Nia answers today, right? We'll talk about this that title is going to be loaded because we'll talk about other stuff, but you know, I kind of want to set the record straight. Hey Niecey, I kind of want to set the record straight. You know, because when people come in, or I see people, all over the internet, and there are a lot of cases out there, right? And I'm not saying that subscribers cannot solve cases because or content creators, because sometimes they can't help to break cases, um, sometimes they can't help to break them, because especially if they're cold cases, and they start talking about the case, they might reignite a flame, right? But of course, Young Dolph's case is not like that. Young Dolph's case is still hot on the grill, right? It's hot on the press. It ain't even off the press. It's still hot. It's still blazing, right? And as I've always said before, it's always good to when people keep talking about a situation, because it helps to get the case recognition. It keeps the name out there. It lets law enforcement know, that we're expecting some type of justice, right? It kind of keep people on their toes, okay? But as far as the Young Dolph situation, unless people were out there, unless they were a part of the plot, unless they are in close communication with somebody that know what happened from A to Z, ain't nobody on social media, not unless it was now JoJo Splat and them. They were on social media. They was helping to solve and get answers and stuff like that for Young Dolph's case. But of course, they unbeknownst to them, Straight Drop himself and all of them, when they were on the social media trolling. But as far as a content creator, what content creators do is we get together and we talk about the case. We have a deep interest in it. Some of us get information from people that are close to the case. Some of us know people that are close to the case, especially if you're talking about like around the Memphis area. Everybody in Memphis basically knew. A lot of people knew that was going to happen, which is sad. um yeah, Diane, we'll be praying for you. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know you were in the hospital with pneumonia. I definitely will. You already healed. All you got to do is believe. Just keep believing, and speak to speak to the mountain and declare that the mountain dissipate. Okay, you can speak to mountains. You can speak to hills and stuff. Okay, and keep a positive attitude, and before you know it, it won't be there anymore. Declare that everything lines up with the will of God. Okay, because sometimes we try to do things on our own will. I'm not talking about you, but just declare that everything lines up the way that it should in your body, and command that your body be healed, and it will. Words are powerful. Speak it into existence and watch and see, don't it happen, and stand on it. It'll happen. But so who's been responsible thus far for getting and I'm gonna ask you all this before we start getting into this. Who has been responsible for thus far for getting Young Dolph's family's answers? Because I'm genuinely interested in what you all have to say. It's 110 people in here. It's probably more because for some reason the numbers that show up, um it'd be more than that. Like it's showing 110. Let me see, it might be some people on Facebook, 108. So it's probably 200. Yeah, who has been responsible for getting Young Dolph's families? Who has gotten Young Dolph's family answers so far? Hey, Big OG, Big Drip Auto. G Finley says, the feds. Street Politics says, the bloggers with the cap on the app. Black Money says, Dolph fans. Um, Positive Vibe says, Player Co. The fools that was involved in Young Dolph's death. Cypress says, Diane says, the district attorney. New to You says, the truth tellers. I'm just interested. The feds. Cecilia says, the feds. Teresa says, me. I don't think I've gotten him no justice. Because I don't know everything. Joy Loves God says, the witnesses. I've done everything that I can to try and keep everybody on the right track as far as letting them know when I get information from credible sources that he gonna get justice. Sometimes it's perpetual, but I've said from day one, if I can't lead you right, I'm at least try to keep you in the middle, but I'm sure not gonna take you far left to try to tell you nothing wrong. He said cornbread and Gomez. Angela says she watched the bloggers. The US, okay. And my point for saying that is that, unless we were out there, as far as us, even the vloggers, and trust me now, I be working hard to, especially, to get information. A lot of times it just falls on in my lap because I will ask about certain things. Some things I don't even want to know about. Some things I will, you can't get me to repeat because I'm just not gonna do it. I promise, look, I can't do it. You have to let some things just come on out in court. um Big OG says, I would say Memphis police most believe news, and you be on point with your research. Thank you, Big OG. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like I never proclaimed to do research a lot of research as it relates to the Young Dolph's case. I started I started researching him more and learning about his philanthropy. But as it relates to the information that I've gotten, it has always just come from credible sources. I hear people say, well, I researched and I came up with this. There's no way for me not having access to the witnesses. I cannot take away what the actual people have done. That's the reason why I always say, thank you, Diane. That's the reasons why I always say, give the credit to the people that the credit is due to. And that is the witnesses, the credible witnesses that know what happened. If there have been people to turn, to turn state, but I mean, hey, that's like a double-edged sword. You turn, but it's because you want something, especially if you played a part. Okay. So that's like a double-edged sword when it never should have happened anyways, right? The Memphis police investigators, the FBI, all of the other federal entities that have worked hard to get Young Dolph's family's answers. You know why? Because they are the ones that are in contact with the witnesses that have done a great job at protecting the witnesses, right? And so when you hear me give y'all some diamonds, it is because somebody that knows, right, has told me something. I've had people like that have not been in law enforcement to tell me some things that might know, or to reach out to me and try to tell me some information, and I automatically knew it was a lie, right? I didn't get on here and go off and say anything about it. It's just that I knew it wasn't true based on information that I've been told. There are some things that I can't say, I won't do for views, right? But I think I've always said that the people already basically knew. When people say, well, why is it taking so long? We got to get this case solved. Unless you know, unless you were involved, you can't do it. So what you have to do is, investigations are very perpetual, especially an investigation as big as this one, where there's a lot of money and stuff involved. I think as far as knowing who were involved, they had an idea of that from the very beginning because of the sources that came forward immediately. People telling on themselves, the advanced technology that they had to get information. But when investigation like Young Dolph, I think I've said from the very beginning, it cannot be a microwave situation. They can't just go and arrest, let's just say, a Yo Gotti or somebody just because if he was involved. Okay, I'll say that, child, because these people, sisters, it's sensitive. Y'all know I get country when I say these people, sisters, sensitive, child. Because, child, they've been leaving comments and stuff all on my channel, and I've been blocking them, so they may as well not leave no damn comments, because damn you. Okay, don't get me started. Okay, because we had Bible study. I don't want to cuss you bitches out. Okay, for leaving all them damn comments. Everybody and their damn mama talks about the Young Dolph's case, but y'all bring y'all maggot, nasty, funky, stinking asses over here and try and bully a woman. Okay, take your natty ass, keep your natty ass off my page, or enjoy the damn content, you bitches, just like anybody else. Okay, and I'll never hear nobody else talk about how folks, money bag folks, or Yo Gotti folks and stuff come on their page. Hell, when Yo Gotti folks was coming, they was nice, nasty. Now they just money bag yo folks, just flat out nasty. Okay, I don't know why you let your people try to bully a woman. You see all these men around here doing, putting out information on you, but I know a lot of that information was capped. Okay, so you don't get mad about that. You get mad about the truth. You niggas get mad about the truth. Leave me alone, because a lot what I could say I don't say. But anything I do say, it's not going to, whether I say something or not, it's not going to change anything. I never said Moneybag was involved. I just said he never passed the smell test. What's wrong with me saying that? Anyways, let's move on before I get mad and start cussing them out. But anyways, you guys, it has been the Memphis police investigators. Hey, Dennis, the Memphis police investigators, the FBI, and all of their federal partners that have played a part in doing whatever they do, right? Their expertise, whatever types of technology they have to get leads and stuff. Even the people that knew the witnesses, because a lot of them are witnesses now. It was a question I posed. You said prove it. It was a question I posed. You said prove it. I don't know what you talk about, B Dog, because I don't remember that. I didn't know. I thought it was somebody else. So that's you that's posting them comments, because the person that's been coming over here messing with me, I've been blocking them. Oh, okay. If you able to comment, it wasn't you, because they've been getting blocked. Right? So that's why I say the main thing is to keep the main thing, right? Sometimes, I know people get scared. I mean, at this point, I don't even know what they scared of. Whatever it was that they was hoping that wouldn't happen, hell, it has. It ain't a damn thing that none of them, whoever was involved, it ain't nothing in the world that they can do. Hell, I guess at some point when it first happened, and they didn't know it at that time, but it wasn't no need in them threatening people, hiring vloggers to get themselves involved and stuff. It wasn't even no need, because the people already knew. At this point, it's absolutely asinine to still be trying to do a lot of the stuff that they do, right? I mean, it's absolutely asinine, because like I said, just because a person has not been arrested, it don't mean that they're not going to be arrested. It don't mean that the people don't know. You hear investigators say all the time, I know that they were involved, and we're going to prove it. And we're going to prove that they were involved, and I don't care how long it takes. And I think that's what people don't understand. But I asked that question because for some reason there are a lot of people who feel like that they have solved the Young Dolph's case from the internet. I don't know how they could do that, not unless there are plants that are on here that are actually undercover police officers or FBI agents. I mean, and maybe even took part in the assassination of him. I don't know, but I can't take the credit, and I'm not gonna get on here and be arguing and going back and forth. I hear people say all the time, "Well, the police are crooked." Well, if the police were crooked, and I'm not saying that there aren't any crooked officers, I've always said that it's impossible for every police officer to be crooked. Hell, they wouldn't have been they wouldn't have arrested Stray Drop. They would not have gotten Cornelius. They would not have been consistently questioning, um, going and questioning people that they have went and got, went and seen for questioning, right? More than once, more than twice. So I think people need to think about that. Hey, maybe in the way that I look at it. I mean, some people can bring when I hear people say, "Well, I did research and I put this out and I connected this person and that person." Hey, that can happen. That can absolutely happen. But as far as solving the case, thank you, Diane, for the cash app. But as far as solving the case, can't nobody solve the Young Dolph's case but the people that it would be even for me, it would be impossible for me to solve the case. You know why it would be impossible? Because I don't have access to the witnesses. I don't have access to the evidence. I don't have access to the statements, to all of the statements that were given by people that the police have. I don't have access to that. You have people that have told the police 100%. And even when people give me information, when people giving me little nuggets or whatever, they're not going to tell me everything. And they don't need to tell me everything. And I don't want to know, because these folks on here. So a lot of these people, you better know, a lot of these people that are connected to this case or whatever, they so damn twisted. They don't understand that that it ain't nothing that they can do. It's just only a matter of time. It's all about continuously getting an airtight case, right? So I get on here and I say something else, and well, how she know that? Thank you, Desmond, for the cash app. How she know that we gotta get rid of her? A stupid motherfucker don't even realize. I done told you bitches I had worked for the police department. So if I know something, it's gotta be somebody from like 95% of the time from over on that side that have told me. They don't even realize that. But when people are scared and they're running amok, that's just how they think. And it's not going to change anything when the truth of the matter is they should have left that boy alone. Didn't nobody tell them to put no bag on top of his head to kill him. I think it gets worse. I've said this from the very start because that was always out. That young Dolph was killed for nothing. Simply because, and I never said he was an angel, but he wasn't killed for whatever it is when they say he's selling weed and all of that. He wasn't killed for that. It might have been played a part of wanting his plugs and stuff. But it had nothing to do with anything other than jealousy and anger. That's it. Emotionally unstable. So you pay somebody to go and take a human life. And so people have the nerve to be mad because the people got it figured out and they want to bamboozle the whole public, them and some of their vloggers, into believing. See, this is to keep anybody, but it don't make no difference now. Hell, they already know what happened. But in the beginning, it was to keep anybody that might have had information from pillow talking, because dudes pillow talk. They didn't want people to come forward. So they wanted to bamboozle the public into believing that every police officer on Memphis Police Department was crooked. Get away from over there. Was crooked. That actually puts fear in people. If they have information, they go, well, everybody crooked. I don't know. I ain't gonna even get in that because those officers is working for them. My auntie been down there for almost 30 years. She ain't working for no damn body. But she do a job. So, and I ain't talking about no play auntie. I'm talking about one of my dad's younger sisters here. Both of them shit. So I think that is really sad, like the type of stuff that has been put into the atmosphere. And I feel like, that number one, I've been attacked for two reasons. Basically for three. I've been attacked because I wouldn't go along with a narrative. And so I was kind of naively trying to put people. When I started vlogging about Young Dolph's case, I started watching people for a while. And I knew that some of the Memphis vloggers had initially, in the very beginning, because Thaddeus Matthews was hot on them. So then there was another young lady that was vlogging on the case. People were so anxious that knew what had happened, was giving them information on what had happened, and they was talking about it, and they immediately started getting threats, right? So it kind of made them back up. And so when I started looking at YouTube and I started seeing Coke Figure was one of the first ones, as I always say, when I started seeing Coke Figure TV, he was going hard for Dolph, where everybody in Memphis already knew, what had happened, or basically the area that it came from. I was like, wow, that's great. I'm happy to see somebody from the outside. So that kills the narrative that, I don't want people from outside of Memphis vlogging on the Young Dolph's case. I don't own the Young Dolph's case. So why would I not want somebody from outside of Memphis? I said, don't be sitting up lying. If it's about, but I had to understand. See, I was naive at that point as it relates to this. People don't vlog necessarily because they want to put out truth. They vlog just for numbers. That's it. That's all. Right? They just vlog for numbers. That's it. And so the majority of the people, that's the reason why you see all this outlandish stuff put out. So I was like, well, at least I'll be neutral, but I'll try to keep people in the right direction. And there people started coming after me like 40 going north. And I'm serious. They started coming after me like crazy. I mean, I was like, well, dog, I was like, well, dog, I tell you what, once I started realizing what was going on, I was like, well, I'm not going to hold back. Because before I was like, I'm not going to even say names. But when they started sending their people at me because they had some of their vloggers putting out an outlandish narrative. And it's crazy how people believe certain stuff. Like I could have, I couldn't believe it. Maybe it was a play, but I never would have believed that people that are not insane, that are sane rather, would ever believe that Young Dolph was killed on the Monday. They kept him, hid him out while he was dead, and then went and laid him at the cookie shop, put his arm out the window and shot the window out. Y'all, I thought it was a joke. And I still don't know if people, I know it was just for numbers, but I still don't know if I'm praying at this point that the people that was coming into my chat and the people that was saying it, I'm praying that they had to have those type of convictions to try and make whatever they was saying sound true just for numbers. I'm praying ain't nobody crazier than a shithouse rat like that. Okay, because my 1-year-old wouldn't believe that. My 1-year-old grandbaby, I don't believe she believed that. But I think it started, and then people started blaming Young Dolph's artists. That was absolutely crazy. Nobody in Memphis, other than maybe some other people that are affiliated with the people that participated in doing this to him. Nobody in Memphis ever believed that Young Dolph's artists was involved in his assassination. Nobody other than the people that are affiliated with the people that did this. Okay. But hey, everybody got a right to believe whatever it is they want to believe. I don't try to make people feel a certain way or believe what I want them to believe. That would make me insane, right? That would make me a damn lunatic. Okay. So I like for people to keep it into perspective when they say, well, I solved the Young Dolph's case. Ain't no motherfucker on here solved the Young Dolph's case, not unless they had their asses out there. They know what happened. They was a part of it. And if they was a part of the plotting and scheming, they ain't gonna tell the police what really happened because they don't want to go to jail. It is impossible. We were not there when they went and arrested Cornelius. We didn't even have no idea at that point. So how could we have played a part in solving the Young Dolph's case? Right? We were not there when they got that grand jury together on straight drop and got them indictments. We ain't there with them secret indictments that's gonna drop. And in order for them to have indictments ready to drop at some point, that means that they have had to gather evidence based on what it is that they've been told, what they have collected. Right? So, it's really sad to me when I see a bunch of grown people going back and forth about who solved something that they ain't even have a damn part of. Now, as far as vlogging on it, as far as keeping people enlightened on stuff, that's different. Okay, you know what, you guys, let's talk about this. This person is connected to that person. They might have been, I'm looking at the tweets, but they try to act like that was for Young Dolph, but look at what they doing. Hey, we could do stuff like that as vloggers. But as far as that's just piecing some stuff together and enlightening people. Go, oh, okay, you know what? That could be true. Thank you, Diane Wright, for the cash app. But as far as talking about we have solved a case, I would never take the credit for what Memphis police investigators. Shout out to my auntie over there. Okay. And the FBI. has done. I would never try and take credit. I can't. That would make me a damn lunatic. But as far as trying to give you guys gems and stuff, when I can, or when I have people that are credible, I'm gonna tell you something. When I repeat something that somebody that ain't from the police department have said, it is because I've already heard it at some point and I've sat on it. I've already heard it and I've sat on it. Okay. And I know when people lie, somebody try to reach out to me and said something one day. I was just listening to them. I said, I know they telling a damn lie. I'm trying to figure out how to get my damn number. But it's out there though. Okay. I be nice to people. Okay. But I know people would try and call you and give you information to try to get you to put out information so that you look like you're not credible. I mean, when you have a bunch of damn men that get folks to do stuff like that, they really sick and got too much. I don't want her to look credible. Marcus was a part of Young Dolph's assassination. So I'll sit on the phone and listen to you, for a little while. My nerves pretty bad. I can't listen to you too long. I'm gonna get you off when you with the shit. But I have to see something. Okay. A lot of people say, why don't you just hang the phone up? I'm an investigator myself. I have to see something. Okay. And after I see something, then I go ahead and get you up off my phone because you're full of shit. Okay. But when they was hollering about, Marcus was involved, I said Marcus wasn't involved in what happened to Young Dolph. That was his damn brother. He was not involved. When folks were talking, well, the cookie shop was involved. I told y'all from the start. Nobody told me that the cookie shop was involved. I told y'all from the very beginning. Oh, I want to tell y'all something so bad. I can't do it right now. I told y'all I was not told that the cookie shop was involved. And so what people do is they play with people's emotions. Because, see, I wasn't out there. And so what people do is they play with people's emotions. And so it's a control thing. If you don't believe and say what I want you to say, because if you don't say it, then it don't make me look credible. And I got to make the money. I got to get the views. So then I tell you what, I'm going to get the people together because folks like shit. That's the reason why their lives and stuff screwed up right now, because they like garbage, a lot of people. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to say, well, they involved. You know what? She involved with them people, sis. She involved with them. How insane is that? You don't think like I want you to think. You don't believe what I want you to believe. So you involved. That lets you know a lot of these people on here crazier than a goddamn shithouse rat, as my grandmother used to say. It's okay for people to believe what they want to believe, but you're not going to see me get on here and falsely accuse people. When you see me throw shots at folks, it is for a reason. If I throw shots at them. Okay? Ramona says, I'm staying in the bushes for now. But, I'm not saying that every Memphis police officer is good. I mean, we saw what those patrolmen, and they were patrolmen. We saw what those patrolmen did to Tyree Nichol. And, hey, people have their distrust for law enforcement. And I ain't on here to try to make them try to make them trust them, because I understand that you can't hardly trust different people, not because they got on a uniform, but hell, because of their character. It ain't got nothing to do with the uniform they got on. It's got everything to do with their character. They were jacked up niggas before they even ever went and put that damn uniform on. And so that's what people have to decipher. You have to look at the character of the people and know that everybody, that's just like saying, well, firemen wear uniforms, they crooked. Now, every fireman ain't bad. I mean, every fireman ain't, whorish and got 3-4 families and all of that like they say they do. All of them ain't like that. You know why? Because everybody is different. Just like, they stereotype black people. All black people are lazy. All black men are lazy, bad fathers, deadbeat dads and stuff like that. We're not going to put that on all black men. That's not true, because there are a lot of good black men that are good husbands, good men, good fathers. They love their children. They love and respect their women. Just because you see some black men doing it and some white men doing it, we can't put that on the back of all black men. So that's the reasons why when people say, well, you just love them police, is it? I go head on, because ain't nobody gonna control me. I say, I sure do love them. I love them so much. I got 2 aunties over there. I love them to death. Okay, my grandmother, my dad's mom, she raised them up to be in a good Christian home. Okay, I don't even hear I be seeing my auntie all the time. One of them cuss, the other one don't even cuss. Okay, and the other one sound funny cussing, because they didn't. When I was growing up, I never heard my aunties cuss. I never heard my daddy cuss until I got grown, and it shocked me. My dad said bullshit. I said, huh? I never heard my daddy cuss. Okay. So I think what people need to understand, like I said, we've gotten down to the nitty gritty, and even though we gotten down to the nitty gritty, as far as talking about the Young Dolls case and stuff like that, hey, I mean, I think that's a good thing, because people are curious about the case. I'm still really curious about everything. I be in shock sometimes about some things I hear. I can't repeat it because it scared the hell out of me. I think it's a darn shame that you had people can be so animalistic that they'll stop at nothing to take somebody's life, y'all. That to me as a woman, that's absolutely devastating. That it's scary, and it's it's scary that people can be like that, right? But thus far, the FBI, the witnesses, the Memphis police investigators, the federal entities that have been working on this case from day one, like the CIA has done some work. The CIA is the Central Intelligence. What is it? It's the C. What the A stand for? Shit, I forgot. Okay. But anyways, what they deal with is nothing but intelligence. They crack codes on everything. You are not gonna have a damn iPhone and think that you're gonna have an iPhone and you computer literate and or you're tech savvy and you're gonna have, I got this code, can't nobody get in my phone. Nothing is ever gonna be put out to the public before the CIA masters it. Agency. I don't know where my damn head at, y'all. Agency. No, nothing is ever gonna be put out until the CIA and the government masters it. So they crack codes on everything. So I mean that automatically let me know how big Young Dolls case is. And you know why people want to dig and stuff. When you start talking about the CIA and the FBI and all of that, you shouldn't even want to go that deep. It's got to be real deep. And it ain't I'm talking about as far as money. Because you're going to always see federal entities come in when there's a lot of money passed around, because they're going to make sure they get the damn person that passed the money. So that they can't pass no more money like that, because they're going to be in jail. They're going to drain them first of all, they're going to drain them they're going to indict them. And they're going to drain them of all of their resources. These folks around here hollering about how much money they got. I wonder how much money they really got when them attorneys' fees, when they start fighting for their life and having all of these big teams of attorneys. That's what the government does. That's a strategy. Okay. They indict you based on what they got. You got some money, they're going to drain you of it, because you're going to have a long drawn out trial, because your attorney is going to be trying to counter everything, every piece of evidence that they're going to be bringing in all these specialists and all of these experts on this and that. Those defense attorneys play those types of games, but those kind of people cost. Right? That's what OJ Simpson did. And what happened? They drained OJ of all of his resources. Right? The only thing about it is OJ didn't kill that woman. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. See, people feel like I be hard on black men when they innocent. I gotta say it. Now, O.J. Simpson's case is about 30 years old. I always had an interest in that case. I always knew that O.J. didn't have anything to do with that. What happened to the his ex-wife? Okay, but some of these people that that are, first of all, the people that are in jail did have something to do with it because they was out there. They killed him, right? Cornelius them killed him. I told you that they did that. But as I've always said, the people that pay for the hit, I've always had more of an interest, even more so than Cornelius and Stray Drop and all the rest of them. I've had more of an interest in getting them because they're the real reason that Young Dolph is dead. Because if they had not gotten Cornelius and Stray Drop dumbass to do it, they would have went and hired somebody, another damn fool to do it. That was down on their luck, low self-esteem, all of that crazy stuff. They would have messed somebody else's son up, somebody else's daddy, that's got bad, I don't want to say bad guidance, but that's out there crashing out. So, like I said, who will get Young Dolph justice? The same people that has gotten us what we're able to talk about so far. And that's the Memphis police investigators and the federal entities and the witnesses. I don't know of a vlogger. I don't know of a vlogger that has gotten him justice. I don't. Because my eyebrows go up at any vlogger that get to hollering about those are not the killers. How they know that? Not unless they are. They must be the ones. Now, if the only way to say that Cornelius and Stray Drop are not the people that did this is if it was you. Right? If you're adamant about it, it had to have been you. It's all in the making. A$AP tell him, Miss Tamara, you've been going hard about this Young Dolph since day one and still going. Thank you. It's all in the making. But when I said that to say this, because I be seeing, grown adults and stuff on here, going back and forwards with each other, acting like a bunch of damn fools, right? It's embarrassing the way some people act. But when it's all said and done, I solved the Young Dolph's case. You a damn lie. You ain't solved nothing. You don't even know enough about it to solve it. A lot of these people be on here bamboozling folks, but hey, it would be different if they was bamboozling them and staying, just do your thing. I see cap vloggers all the time, and I know their stuff is cap. They get a lot of views, and the stuff be funny and outlandish. Nobody in their right mind will believe it, and they put out their cap and they stay in their own lane. But to be adamant about, for me to get on here and be adamant about I solved the case, I would be delusional and crazy, because there's no way possible that I could ever have solved the Young Dolph's case, because I was not. I don't know everything that they have. I'm not in contact with the witnesses, and they took the statements from the people, right? They gave them leads on situations and confirmed stuff. They're in contact with whoever, may, be close to the situation that is giving them information or have told them what happened from A to Z. It's the investigators and the FBI and other federal entities that's out there, because it's still an ongoing investigation. And I think people need to remember that. Now, us vlogging on it, me vlogging on it, wanted to keep Young Dolph's name alive, talking about the case, dropping jewels and stuff like that. I'd be real interested in what other people think, not because I believe what they say, or I ask people this, and that, because I be wanting to know. I ask people stuff not because I want to know. I be wanting to see how people feel about certain stuff. I be wanting to see how people's minds work. right? I be trying to engage people in this Young Dolphs thing, right? Since we're vlogging on it, it helps to keep um everything alive. It helps to keep everything ignited, right? But as far as solving the case, it is not possible for me to solve the case because the case been solved. If you want to be technical about it, everybody has not been arrested, but as far as having all the pieces to the puzzle, they got that. They don't need no vlogger to do that, not unless it was really actually somebody else out there that they don't know about. Hell, but you know, whoever was out there, probably told them that. So there's no mystery to them. It's a mystery to, there are a lot of pieces that we don't know about, that we won't know about until the trial, right? So Teresa says, Miss T, do you think the trial will be on TV or YouTube? I hope so. I really do. I hope that they televise it. I hope so. Um, the only way she don't is if it start to scare the witnesses. But I know in trials, like when they're televised and you have witnesses, if they are in fear, they will tell the reporters and stuff that they cannot take pictures and they can't they cannot put them on camera at all. You know, they tell them that. So I hope so. I know people are hoping that they get to see the video. I don't think that will be televised either. The only way you get to see that video is if you're sitting in that courtroom. Oftentimes with graphic situations like that, they are not going to, they will tell them to turn their cameras. Turn your camera. We don't want this televised. When he actually walks into the cookie shop and then they actually start, I know, hey, I know like some people claim that they just wanted to see him walking into the cookie shop. I mean, how else did he get up in there? But the truth of the matter is some people are just vampires. They was doing everything that they could to try to get that video so that they could either sell it or they wanted a trophy, or they sick. They just wanted to see a fallen soldier. That's what they wanted. They wanted to see the graphic nature of it. It's a lot of sick, twisted people. Why on earth would anybody in their right mind, knowing a Young Dolph has kids and a family, want a video like that to be circulating? Well, they let Nipsey Hussle video circulate. These folks are sick as hell. Nipsey Hussle's case was pretty much open and shut. Young Dolph's case is a totally different caliber than Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, they both were assassinated, but as far as the evidence, the witnesses and stuff, it's a totally different caliber of a case, especially when you got so many damn people involved. And so, hey, that's the reason why I say when it's all said and done, hey, it's gonna be the district attorney's office, because the police, the investigators have to give the district attorney enough evidence if to take to the grand jury. I've seen it. Even when they think they got enough evidence, sometimes they call the district. Well, when they was working in the 201 Poplar, they was on the 11th floor. The district attorney is still on the 9th floor, I believe. They would go, we got enough now. We got this, and that. We got a confession from this person. And the district attorney, they stayed in homicides. They would come down. Nah, I think we're gonna need a little bit more. Ask him this, and that. We need a little bit more. So it is the district attorney that accepts the case to indict the person, right? But so yeah, the district attorney too. But as far as vloggers, yeah, there have been a lot of vloggers that have done good about keeping his legacy going and doing their best to not put out cap and all of that. That's cool. But as far as solving a case, and now we can't solve it because we don't have the information that the investigators and the agents have on the case. They're the ones that have been responsible for getting Young Dolph's family's answer. No vlogger, period. Um, Detroit Go Getter says, I understand, Tamara, but they can at least show him pulling up and just cut the video. But what reason would they have? Why would they show him pulling up right now, Detroit Go Getter? Why do they need to at this point show him pulling up? Why they need to do that? And I'm asking you respectfully. Why do they need to show him pulling up before the trial? All of that is shown at the trial. Why do they need to show that before the trial? I'm just curious to know. We all engaging tonight. Yeah, we're all just engaging. That's what everyone is confused about. So are you saying basically that they're supposed to present their case to a curious public before the trial just because the public is curious based on the lies that have been the lies that and the doubt that you've seen certain vloggers put out? That's not logical. That wouldn't be logical to do something like that. Yeah, I don't think that would be logical to do something like that. This generation of people are obsessed with death and glorified by it. Tambora says, most crimes they will show an attack up until the point of violence. Yeah, but they don't have to do that. What reason do they need to do that for? They put out the bare minimum in the Young Dolph situation because I mean, hell, they put out the when it first happened, you saw them showing. I told y'all that there was a video that they had put out of them running from their car, and they pulled it. You know why they scrubbed it? I saw it on the news. That's where it was. You know why they scrubbed it? Because they was already getting information on who the people were, so they immediately pulled it. When they kept showing, they showed it for a couple days. It circulated on the internet, as if they was consistently showing it. They showed it on the local news a couple times. The day, maybe the day after it happened, the car, or or something like that. But they only showed it for like a couple days. And at that point, they already had what they needed. Hell, the folks had already untold it. They was just, I believe they was just trying to, get the location of the car at that point, because they knew it would be more evidence in the car like it was. Um, hey, when people say, well, nah, they wiped that car down, them folks was trying to get out that car. Them people was in such pandemonium. They was already shook up because Marcus had hit at them. They had taken out young Dolph, even though they wanted to be bad and thuggish. Them folks was in pandemonium. They took that boy out, and it was for no reason. So they had a lot of anxiety after that. So they just wanted to get up out that car. They surely was not going to go and do anything with it being all over the news. They wanted to stay away from the car because they thought it would die down, but it never did die down. Emerald's exactly. I'm sure his body was still warm when he was pronounced. Of course. Um, I never asked anybody this, but I remember rest in peace, young Dolph saying, and I don't know if it's I remember him saying that that young Dolph did not die instantly. Um, if they were smart, they would have touched that car. They would have torched it. Yes, I followed the case. They had so much lies, just like they doing with Dolph. When I found out Nipsey didn't make it, was watching Dolph posting. Oh wow. Hey, Autumn Marie. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. So let me ask you all this: Do y'all think that they got the right people? Do y'all think that Cornelius and Straight Drop were the people that was out there? I know everybody has a difference of opinion. It's okay if you do. I don't mind. I don't lead no cult over here. Shit, I stay too stressed out and my mind stay too boggled up to be trying to lead a cult. I have things. And Rose says yes, Miss Nelly. All of them going to get the 1.5 mil. Um, I wonder whatever happened to that money that Teasy had in his house. What y'all think? Now people said Teasy was going on trips. Teasy couldn't. I don't think Teasy could have possibly spent no 400,000. They say it was 300 or 400,000. I think they said it was 400,000 that was in his house. Teasy could not account for that money. If he couldn't account for that money, they sent it over. That they tagged it, and it became property of. They send it over there. That's how they be paying the people in Crime Stoppers now. I know that for a fact because I worked in Crime Stoppers. This drug money and stuff that they take from these drug boys, if they cannot tell how they got their money, people think that it just go in the property room. No, it goes over. They give it to Crime Stoppers, and that's how Crime Stoppers pay the tipsters. Crime Stoppers got plenty of money. That's why I can't understand why they're not paying people more. They got all the drug money. Roberta says the lady made hid some. That money was shared. Maybe, yeah, yeah. I'm sure he did. I'm sure some of those girls got it because he couldn't carry all that money around on him. Miss TT's probably got more money than called the little folks. Let's see, for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. 300 a piece. That sounds about right. Let's see. TZ straight drive connects. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see something. Hold on, y'all. Let me see some. Y'all got me calculating. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at something. They said it went all the way up to 1 point. It kept going up and up and up. Let's see, 1,500,000 divided by 4. That sounds about right. Divided by 4. That sounds about right. That was right. Let's see. Autumn Reese says, who's funding these expenses with the courts? I tell you. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know I'm trying to see something. I don't recall them saying that Teasy's money was tagged. If he could not account for why he had that much money, they take that money. If he couldn't account for it. Now that's a true fact. And I bet that's what happened. And Rose, I show will have and be enjoying money, that legal money. I mean, if the money that TZ had was found, I would buy me a pair of shoes. Was that all the hit money? It's so called. I'm late for class. Didn't get a notification. I'm glad you're here. Y'all run the likes up for me. Who y'all think? I'm curious to know. And I ain't asking y'all this because I want to know. I'm asking because I want to know what you all think. Who do you all think who do you all think pay for Young Dolph's hit? I'm just curious to know what you all think. Rival drug dealers, the big head ML, Juke, the ballers, all four. Hey Tam, I've been in here. I had to somber up a little bit. Okay. At this point, I don't even know because there's so many hands and money was involved. Ain't nobody have no money like that other than them and Dolph. Nobody else had the money to have that happen in my eyes. A lot of people paid for it. I believe that. I don't believe just one person paid for it. That's the reason why it kept going up. It's amazing how they thought that they was gonna get away with that. I don't know why them folks did that. They gotta know that they're gonna drain them. They got to know it. They're not gonna let that much money be passed around and they them have that much money. They always talking about the FBI be trying to take down a black man. No, you had that's not it. They ain't have no business doing that. Yeah, people get away with it, but they're not gonna get away with it. First of all, God not gonna let them get away with it. It was just written. They had the opportunity. I be thinking about this a lot. I think about this a lot. I think about God gave them the opportunity to change their minds when they saw him that Monday. They was basically stalking the boy. When they saw him that Monday and they couldn't get to him, God was giving them the opportunity to change their mind. Oh, his name spread like wildfire these days. I'm tired of you, Riley. I'm so scared Remy gonna have them babies before April the 1st. I do not want to wake up because y'all know I'm taking her to the vet for her to have a C-section April the 1st. I do not want to wake up and she having them babies. Oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. And she already been lazy and laying around. And don't y'all know she was standing up. She ain't even eating that much anymore. She was standing up and I could see her stomach moving. I guess that was those puppies moving around in her stomach. You know what, Jerome? I don't know where he got help from because Straight Drop wasn't arrested until a month later. Oh no, I was told that Straight Drop had blood in that car. That's what I was told. Straight Drop wasn't arrested until a month later. Yeah, he wasn't arrested until a month later. So, I don't know. Joyce says my daughter's Chihuahua had the puppies at 5 a.m. My daughter thought it was birds chirping outside. Deaf children having to feel that pain ain't right. No, it's not right. It's not right at all. Hey, I guess I could say this now. Um, I, I don't know if he was because Cornelius was not telling the truth at first. He was trying to disassociate himself at first. He was trying to disassociate himself because that way a big gun that Marcus held. Yeah, it was a big gun that he was holding. It was. It was, Jerome. It was definitely a big gun. You would think whatever it hit, it would have knocked it clean off, huh? Could have been glass, you know. Shit, stop. Shit. Leave him alone. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to take away from what the person told me. Yeah, I don't want to take away from what the person told me, other than he had blood in the car. Well, uh, I'm hearing that Cornelius is saying that played a part in him participating. Money and drugs, and money and being on drugs at that time. Remy ain't in the mood. I know, right? I don't love. I just pay attention. And JC about business, but he had plenty of issues in New York. But getting in Memphis business would be odd. CMF 1,000. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't believe that Jay Z had anything to do with this. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. I don't believe that Jay-Z had anything to do with this. Young Dolph is not here anymore based on anger and jealousy. That's it, and that's all. And I think that's what makes it even worse. Anger and jealousy. No, but I need to do that though. I didn't think about that because this is my first time. I need to do that. No, Emeralds, Memphis didn't kill Dolph. People in Memphis killed him. Some people in Memphis killed him. We Memphians didn't kill him. A few Memphians did. Um, some old sheets and a blanket. Okay. He really think he Italian mobster. I don't know, y'all. It's quite a bit of stuff, but um, hey, I wish that they had did the right thing before now. Um, yeah, I'll just say that. Of course, ain't no way they sitting for nothing. Oh, absolutely not. It was now somebody told me this that like right after um that happened to Young Dolph. Mm, nah, I don't think I should say that. Of course, ain't no way they sitting for nothing. They surely could have talked it out. I do know this that they want well, I can't say that either. I have to be careful about what I say because I'm gonna say this. I do want justice for Young Dolph. You don't ever want anybody to feel because if people agree to, and I'm just talking about witnesses of any kind, it don't have to be. I'm not talking about any particular person, but you better know that the people that was involved in this, they watch these vlogs and stuff, and they wait for certain people to say stuff. I don't want no, you know, I don't ever want nobody to change their mind about doing the right thing because they feel intimidated. Kenny. Anyways, you guys, justice for Young Dolph. I know it's disappointing to people, because they some people want me to get on here and say, you know, um, the cookie shop was involved um and they did this and they did that. I can't do that. You know why? Because nobody credible has told me that. Nobody credible has told me that. So I can't get on here and do that. Me personally, I'm gonna tell you, I know y'all hear me say all the time, well, nobody credible has told me. Me personally, based on what I know, if that cookie shop was involved, they would have been told on them people. They would have been told. They would have told on them before they. They would have told on them before they told on the others. And I always said that, if it was planned to be at the cookie shop, why was they trying to get him there Monday? People say that people deliberately had a meeting and sat down and said we're gonna kill him at the cookie shop, or we're gonna call people, call him over to the cookie shop or whatever. Um, you know, they had their eyes on him that Monday. He wasn't at the cookie shop at that point. They want to take him out that Monday. So, if that was the case, they would not have been consistently riding around looking for him. It wouldn't have been no need for them to consistently ride around looking for him. Did somebody give his drop? I used to say that, since we know that people have family and stuff all over the city of Memphis, they could have said that, but based on what I know now, I don't even think that happened. I think they just knew, they couldn't get him that Monday. They knew that he was in that area, and the areas are in close proximity, and they followed him. That it. I mean, it'll come out in court. They followed him. I wish so bad that he had just rode on back around there to Castelia, because it ain't nowhere in the world that they would have, went around there to Castelia. They weren't gonna pop at the car because it was bulletproof. But if he had just went back, I wish he had driven back to Castelia and around where the dudes normally hang at and stuff. They wouldn't have dared. There just would have been another day that they lost him. Yep, that Monday he had just donated to the cancer center. That's the day they tried to say he was kidnapped. I remember when the person came into my chat and was like, he was kidnapped that Monday. I said, no, it wasn't, because he was all over the news that Monday. They changed and said, oh, it was that Tuesday. I remember it. That was like early, like last year or something like that, or in 2022. Yeah, maybe they're 2022, because yeah, they been had that lie going. That was a lie from the pits of hell. Um, I don't necessarily hear people in Memphis saying that the cookie shop was involved. Right. I don't hear it. I don't know the people at the cookie shop, so I don't have a reason. I think I've been very honest. I don't have a reason to try and protect anybody. I think I've been very honest. I knew Yo Gotti's music, and I knew Yo Gotti was my era. So it didn't make me feel good to say anything about Yo Gotti, right? I was more familiar with Yo Gotti as far as his music than I was with the people at the cookie shop. I told y'all I had only gone to that cookie. I had gone to that cookie shop like twice at that point, and gotten butter cookies, like they sell at the school. Greyface says, but Dolph was too smart to know when someone following him, right? Dolph knew they wanted him, so I know he was moving smarter than that. Mhm. Well, Roberta says less than a month away from his birthday. I remember that they said his aunt was involved, and the nurse stood his keys and phone. I heard Mia J said they wasn't involved, but because Raven was switching stories, it makes it suspicious. So folks going to talk about it. Well, I'm gonna say this, and I don't when people was coming at me about it, I had not seen Raven's interviews. But what I do know is that Raven was not there when it happened. So Raven can only say what she know based on secondhand information, right? Um, they wouldn't even pull Raven on the stand because what Raven got was secondhand information. She was not there. She couldn't even be a witness. She wouldn't even be a witness because she wasn't there. So that could have been the reason her story was changing. Another reason was because um, there was some things that she couldn't put out. I know for a fact if she started putting out, do I think that she knows I'm sure she does. I think she knows some things that she can't talk about because if she did talk about them, she would get charged with interfering with an investigation. Hey, Brenda. So all of that is to be no. There were cameras everywhere. People say that there was a third shooter in the cookie shop. I do believe that there was cameras inside of the cookie shop. So if there was a third shooter or something, that's captured. I never heard that there was a third shooter. But of course I don't know everything, but I never heard that except for on YouTube. So, I don't know. Everybody has a right to his or her own opinion, but I'm just telling y'all, right? Um he was followed. Um and as I said yesterday, the person that got this situation going that wanted him gone, um, it is in my belief that he's still alive, and I'm through with that. And it ain't just in my belief; it's the damn truth. I do believe she talked about whatever she knew with Skull, who was in contact with Govan. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, if it was a third shooter, they would have said third shooter. They ain't got no reason um to try and oh, this is what I meant to bring up to you guys. Have they ever said who? You remember when Trayon Ingram? Y'all know he's been charged with shooting the lady down in Covington, right? Y'all know Trayon Ingram, right? Y'all remember Trayon Ingram, right? So y'all know they said that Trayon Ingram, there was another person, and they said that that person is on the run. Did they ever say who the person was? That was with Trayon. Normally when a person is on the run, they put their pictures and stuff up. Did they ever put the picture up and say the name of the person? It said true result says Devin Burns was shooting behind the building. Lord have mercy. Y'all ever wondered why they never put the name of the person or the picture up? According to them, the person that that was according to them, the person is on the run that was with Trayon Ingram. I wonder why they never gave the person's name or show their picture so people can know who it is since the person is on the run. Said the second shooter with Trayon is dead. Is he? Hmm. How come they still didn't put the picture up of the person? They, you would think they would have put the name out and said that that's what they. Okay. So in that case, they can release the person's name, right? Of who it was. It ain't like they don't know who it was because Trayon told it who it was. Yeah, he was about 6 foot. He was 6 foot something. So he posted the person on his page last year, Grayface. He posted the name and the picture of the person. No, I don't think it was Teasy. I don't even think the person did, but okay, maybe so. I just want to know if the person dead, why they don't put the name and the picture up of the person? The police keep saying that the person on the run and they ain't give us no information on it. I don't know. Maybe they got their reasons. Greyface said people are speculating that it was teasing. I don't think it was teasing. But I don't know. It could have been. Emerald says Doc brother had a Draco. I seen that video, but I don't see it online. And I noticed that police tried to hold him. Didn't know at first he was with Dolph or that he was the brother. Yeah. Mm. She said, seemed like they ran up after he was down. Well, if they ran up after he was down, the cameras inside of the Marcus was in there with him. So that means Marcus would know if there was a third shooter or not and who it was. Y'all hit the like button for me. Y'all like, share, and subscribe for me. I'm trying to see how many likes I got. The police has the video of the inside and outside. Yeah, the police has the video of the inside and the outside. I just wonder what happened to that money Teasy had. I bet he was having, I don't know. Daddy are making plays that part. It's just, I don't think Daddy had nothing to do with what happened to Young Dog. I don't believe that. Mm. Trust me, if Daddy would have had something to do with it, it wouldn't have been straight dropping them. that if Daddy-O wanted to do something to Young Dolph, Young Dolph trusted him. He could have easily had been snaked him. He wouldn't have got no messy. Daddy-O got money for real. So he wouldn't have got no messy Negroes like straight dropping them. No shade tree hit men like them to go and knock him off. I think that's what everybody was forgetting. That's right. It's it started with Young Dolph and Yo Gotti, and it's gonna end with them, with him. Child, I could just see the comments. Child, they be getting mad when I be, like I said, everybody and their mama be wanting to come in on my stuff. When Teaser got out, he was back on the street hustling after they took his money. When his money be in investigation. Well, yeah, you would think they would have tagged it. My thing is, I was looking at his affidavit, and what's so weird is that I didn't see where they said anywhere in the affidavit that they confiscated that money. They didn't say that. They talked about the stolen cars and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Because when you confiscate money like that, you have mama and all of them calling talking about it was my money he was holding. Okay, mama, but you making $8 an hour. His money is supposed, you would think that it would have been evidence. They confiscate that type of money. I'm surprised if you can't prove how you got it. Now, if he had a business, a legitimate business, and he said, "Sir, I keep money in my house all the time in my safe. This is the type of money I keep in my house." He would got his money back. I know that's right. That's the only person they haven't accused is Oprah. That's exactly what they did. They took that money from Teasy. Teasy, Teasy had stolen cars and stuff there. Teasy didn't have no legitimate businesses or anything like that. Now, he could have easily said that it was his girlfriend's. He was living with the girl at the time, right? He was living with the girl at the time, but he ended up taking all the charges, right? Maybe she said that she had been saving up to open up a business or something. I don't know. But I don't think that's how it went. Oh, yeah. I know you're hot. Come on. Let me let you out. Come on. I had to turn the air on. Y'all, it's so hot in my house. I had to turn the air on. It's so hot. Big dog, that started happening right after it happened. That started happening right after it happened. hmm. Why would she lie for him if she called the police on him? Because maybe because she don't want them to take the money. I mean, she benefits from the money. She just want them to get him. But I think they took that money. I think they took that money, and he because neither one of them could explain. Or maybe she got it. Who knows? Because then she started a business. She started some type of business, right? Yeah, normally with that kind of money and you cannot prove how you got it, because even if you got a business, they start looking into, they could subpoena your bank account and see how much money you've been making from your business, your paperwork and stuff like that. If it don't add up, you're not getting that money back. He already had stolen cars and all types of other stuff there. Then they find drugs and stuff in his house. I'm trying to remember. If they found any drugs in his house, he surely wasn't getting it back. Right. Everything was in the police report what they got, but I didn't see them they didn't have the money. I didn't see unless it was an oversight. I didn't see where they had that money in there. Hmm. I thought it was. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I could pull it up. It could have been, maybe it was an oversight on my part. I didn't see it, but I was told that he had it. Hold on, I'm looking it up now. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking it up. Yeah, hit the like button. Is Great Face in here? Great Face, look it up for me. I hate trying to look stuff up on my phone. Hell, I can't see worth the damn no more. Shit. Teaser definitely got out. He. I had never seen anything like that before. What? Okay, what was his last name? Was Taylor, right? Hold on, y'all. I'm pulling it up. Okay, y'all. Let me see. Let me see what we working with here. Let's see when Teaser was born. He was born in April of '95. I think that's him. Environment ticket. Yeah, look like that. Okay, wait a minute. Just was he born in '95? Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me see what the affidavit says. I think this is it right here. Let me see. Shit, I ain't got my look. Somebody pull it up for me. I don't have my glasses on. I was trying to look at it on my phone. It's so tiny I can't see it. I think I left my glasses in my damn truck. Teasy was one of the head honchos and was at the scene watching and recording. He said, "Put your glasses on, madam." Do you believe Teasy was wired when he was taken out? I don't believe that he was. I don't believe that he was wired. I mean, it don't mean that he wasn't. I don't believe that he was. Um, I believe that he had something valuable that they wanted, which was them phones and their watch. They wanted that and they got it. I think that if TZ, if they had thought that TZ, whoever did that to him, if they had thought that he was wired, they would have popped him and took them phones from him. It's just really weird to me though how he could hang out on the street in a neighborhood and they let him sit out there all that time. That was just really weird to me. Evidently, Chief Davis that never did that before. She pulled up with She pull up with the FBI and get his stuff, get that. She's never made the scene of no other regular homicide, not unless it's a man down, a officer down. Um, so that was weird. So I don't want to speculate on that. Other than it's not normal. Um, Evidently they didn't trust the police officers because they was gonna tag. They're supposed to tag everything and take it to the property room, but she didn't trust that, and I don't blame her. Because hell, I mean, I'm not delusional. I do believe that people can be bought for money. You know, maybe one of his phones or somebody is in contact with someone. I'm not saying that they are. You just never know. So, hey, she pull up with the FBI and they get his two phones and his watch. So, that's what I'm told, and they leave. That's definitely um, they can do it, but if I had to guess, I think she had to show up on the scene as the head of the department to make it okay or to approve for the officers because that was not procedure. Although she can for them to give the evidence to another agency. That's what I think. Whatever, them phones and stuff. I don't think she kept them. I think they was given to whoever that they needed to be given to. I'm sure TZ phones had codes on them, and she gave it to the people that can crack the codes, and they looked in it and see what they needed to see. And she got back in her truck, and they got in they blacked out cars, and they went back to the federal building. That's what I. Because the homicide investigators, they were out there. They have to make the scene. Crime scene comes to tag everything, right? The police officers um, take it to the property room. Everything else was taken to the property room, other than them phones and their watch. Yeah, she had to make that scene if they wanted to go out on the scene and get it because the FBI can't um just pull up the Memphis police don't answer to the FBI. They can work together. The case turn federal, they supersede, but the Memphis police was handling the scene, so it would have taken a higher ranking officer like the police director, because that's what she is, to pull up and do that, to hand this stuff off over to them. And the reason why I say that the Memphis Police Department don't answer to the FBI, okay. So what I'm saying is, like, if the FBI had pulled up just on their own and was like, okay, we need those phones. You got the MPD investigators out there. You got the probably their supervising officer, the sergeants, the lieutenant go, well, no, I don't know anything about that. That's not procedure. So, hey, I respect what you're doing, but I have not been told by my superior to do that. So Chief Davis supersedes everybody on the police department. She's over everybody. So it would have taken her to do that, to override that. He said, y'all met at the Fed building. I gotta go. I gotta go downtown for some training tomorrow while you're talking. And I sure gotta go to the Fed building for some training. but it ain't the type of training that you think while you meddling. It could have been. It probably just the audio because it don't if it was a video, um they would have whoever did it. So I'm gonna tell you what I think. And this is just what I think. I believe that TZ was out there to meet somebody and was waiting, whoever it was that he was waiting on snaked them when they pulled up. I believe they just pulled up on him and his guards was down and they sprayed him. I don't know. Some people, other people have difference of opinion, but I don't know. That's just how I feel. Tease's case is still an open investigation. But they sure ain't really saying nothing. They're not saying much about it. I heard Frank White was the last person with him. Hmm. If they keep on taking out folks talking about I'm taking them out so they won't snitch, they're gonna be looking at the damn electric chair because they are. I mean, it's obvious now. It would have been different if it would be different if they didn't know. These folks crazy as hell. Mm. Mm-hmm. I agree, Neil. I agree. Y'all, who they say Frank White is? Mm. I never heard of that name either. I never heard of a Frank White either. I was like, who is that? What group he with? The judicial system will put someone up under the jail for witness tampering. That's what's gonna happen with some of these vloggers. hmm So let me ask you all something. Do you all think that what part do you all think that Govan played in this situation? What part do y'all think Govan played? He truly, but Miss T, he wasn't the last person with TZ. They took what he said and twisted it. He said he walked up, pushed out the window, and that's how he found out. Never said He was with Teasy. Oh, okay. Miss Nelly. Miss Nelly said D shooter. Ask Meatloaf. She know what happened to Teasy. He the fall. DJ says he the fall guy. You think Govan is the fall guy? Hmm. I believe Govan can pinpoint every. I believe Govan. I believe Govan and TZ could definitely pinpoint everybody at the top. I still believe that Straight Drop can. I believe Straight Drop can pinpoint at least two people. Frank White Hood Classic. These ninjas gonna mess around and get double life trying to clean up. Yeah, it's really just stupidity now to be trying to take people out to clean up something. That's it's plain stupidity. They asking for the electric. That's what they're gonna get the death penalty. I thought TZ boy told Ford was last with him. Hey, when is the Young Dolph case? What happened to March 11th? Straight Drop's attorney filed a motion. Um, That happens all the time. By the time May come, he'll be asking for an extension or something. That's what lawyers do. Those are their clients be they play different games like that. Trust me, they try to stretch it out. Talking about they trying to find a witness, they trying to find somebody vital to the case. This, and that. They do that type of stuff. Govan knows enough to give them information to get out of jail. B Dog says the middleman, Miss T, I think Quet was in cahoots with Jug, and he called them younger folks. Great face, you talking about Big Bizzle? I never heard of Big Bizzle. Neil says, well, we're going to see if they really stand on business when the judicial system applies real pressure and keeps their foot on their necks for real. And Rose says, Govan definitely involved. B Dog says, I think they hoping Govan get taken out before trial. Yeah, whatever happened to that guy that one that was it the Who Run It challenge? Was it the Who Run It challenge? Did Gotti do the Who Run It challenge? Y'all know that challenge where he was giving away a free record deal? Was it the Who Run It? I feel like they let Govan out to let him connect a few dots. B Dog says Govan knows some stuff. He's too cocky. STD, I feel like they let Govan out to let him connect a few dots. Yeah, it was a dollar for dollar challenge. I forget. Yeah, you're right. I don't know where I get that Who Run It from. I don't know why my mouth said that. I don't even know where I get that from. Shit. Okay, dollar for dollar. DJ Sipsaw says if they still alive, see later they going to testify. Tell the end. I don't know where I get Who Run It challenge from. Okay, so 360 at the Who Run It. I was like, why did they even come into my head? Hmm. Yeah, I know. Does did he ever put out any music? Has the young man ever put out any music? He put the young boys up on the play to trail and watched Dolph for a while until the green light was passed down. B Dog, I think the green light was already. They already. It was already. It was already final. SCG means okay. Yeah, it was definitely a play. I think that that challenge was initially to try and funnel. How much money did the guy win? Did the guy win some money? I kind of need y'all to refresh my memory on that because it's been so. It happened like it's weird because it happened like 2 months after Young Dolph was killed. I always found it really weird, but I mean, I guess it means nothing. But who knows? At this point, that's been since 2022. It has probably grown legs and two arms at this point. But I don't know. Did the young man ever put out any music? Who? What was the guy's name that won the challenge? Zero Cents. Y'all, what was his name? I don't like saying people's names wrong. Was it Zero Cents or something? Memphis with it in music, but losing the in our block culture today. That's so true. Um, 3 6 Mafia, who run it? I heard he sold it and he did that and on purpose to mock them goofy ass those the little chains at that. He stupid made him look dumb. Taking it to trial. That's when everything comes out. 10%. That's right. His name was 10%. The only thing I could remember was Cent. I wonder why he named himself 10%. I wonder why he didn't say 100%. Kevin Felder says the word back then was old boy. That one was one of Straight Drop's closest roadies. It's crazy how Jook got took out the exact way like Dolph. Same color car and all. Whoever came for Jook, they came prepared, no tag or no. Whoever came and did that to Jook, they say they got him back up out of town, and I hope they did because I'd be scared to live in town with some people like that. I hope they don't live nowhere around the Memphis area because stone cold experienced nerves like um nerves like what do they say, nerves like a bat out of hell. You go sit up in a place and with all of these people in there and you go sit up in there. Mm-mm. That was just, you already know that they were experienced killers. Jakit was a mind your business hit, T lady. That's what it was. Y'all think it was a mind your business hit? Do y'all know how much power Suge had in '90s? Had all kind of politics and yeah, he did. Suge had a lot of. He had everybody in his back pocket, but got it ain't got that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Um, I'm just gonna tell you that right now. He ain't got that. Miss T, where the witnesses were took, no description or nothing was released. Sure wasn't. Other than four black males, or they didn't even say whether they was black, did it? They just said four males came in with masks on, sat in the back of the church, and it is believed that that was them. That's hard to believe. Even if they didn't see who it was, they know where it came from. Hmm. Yeah, that was very bold. Hold on, you guys. Let me get my damn dog because he done lost his mind. Come on. Remy don't feel good. That bothers me. Hold on, guys. Riley. I'm getting you. What's wrong, Rimmer? What's wrong with the hamster? You okay? So I got y'all spoiled. Y'all don't want the dry food. Y'all want the wet food. Hold on, y'all. Let me give them a package. I think I just got y'all too spoiled. That's what that is. I got y'all spoiled. Remember, don't mess with him. I'm not playing. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. You eat your food and he gonna eat his. I'm not playing with you, Remy. Hold on, y'all. Stop. Because she like to eat her food and his. Come on, Riley. Come on. Come on. You're not gonna eat his food and yours. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. She got so mean to him. Like she eat his food and she eat hers. So I have to put him in his kennel and lock the door so he can eat his food and she can eat her food. Cause she ain't got too mean. She pregnant and she mean. Hey, Kimberly. Hold on, I need to y'all hit the like button. My little 6-year-old nephew gonna call me today and said, TT, can I have one of the puppies when they born? My sister ought to be ashamed of herself to send to her. She know how hard it is for me to say no to my nephew. I said, I think about it. And my sister was like, well, she's saying no. He gonna start crying. TT, I'll treat it right. I said, I'll probably give you one. I said, Lord Jesus. Cypress CV, just go to 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 19 seconds of the live. He just ended. Who just ended? Now I know it's weird. I had to make me some coffee so that I could stay on here with y'all a little while longer. Cause y'all know I starts to get sleepy and I do have to work tomorrow, but I don't have to get out until later tomorrow. Which is good. Which is good. So I don't have to get up early and be out. I gotta be out tomorrow afternoon. Oh my God! I gotta go for a class tomorrow. I gotta go for some training tomorrow though, but at the federal building. But that's at 10. Um, I probably shouldn't have said that. I know. She look, and my mama was in on it. My mama gonna call me, gonna say, "Hold on for 1 second. I'm getting ready to connect your sister in." I'm thinking, why my sister didn't call me herself? So she connect my sister in, and it's my nephew. Hey, TT. They know I love my little nephew so much. It's me, T. 5 a.m. Arrives pretty darn fast. Blessed to work from home, though. I'm telling you, I got to go for some training tomorrow for 2.5 hours. So I hope it ain't boring. That's all I got to say about that. Miss T, I want a girl. I had one. She died, and her name was Remy. So I'm naming the next one Remy also. Okay. Yep, they are full-blooded Yorkies, and Remy is so tired. It's really got me bothered because I don't like seeing my puppy. Um, First of all, she's too young to be pregnant. She like she like 4 years old, and in doggy years, I guess there's 28, and she's so tired. She lay around all the time. She be throwing up in the morning time, and her stomach, her tit is just hanging now. And she got 6 babies inside of her. I believe it's 6. And that's the reason why she be so tired. And her stomach is hanging now. But they're due on April the 1st. So I told my mama from now on, like when I have to go out, like tomorrow, I'm gonna start taking her to my mom's house so that my mother can keep her and watch her for me. Cause she got to stay up under surveillance. Y'all, she barely moves at all. She don't even really like eating. She has morning sickness. And she'd be, and anytime Riley come near her, she be about to, she tries to beat him to death. So I have to keep him on the other side of me. Cause see, she's a regular size Yorkie, and he is a toy Yorkie, or what do they call him? Yeah, a toy Yorkie or whatever. I'm getting ready to show y'all right now how she looks. Y'all, that's how she looks. That's her verbatim right there. That black Yorkie right there. That's Remy. That's her. So she's a regular Yorkie. She's a regular. She's a standard Yorkie. And this is him. Y'all, this is him verbatim. This is him verbatim. That's him. His color, everything. That's him. Right here on the far right. That's exactly how he looks. And this is exactly how she looks right there. So she's the regular standard Yorkie, and he's the toy Yorkie. Your cousin pastor said the Cookie People was guilty. Coat Figure TV too. Well, I mean, they have a right to their own opinion. I'm telling you though, I'm telling you what I have. Nobody credible has told me that they were involved. I was told that he was followed. That ain't gonna change. I mean, I know people want it to change. I mean, I don't have any reason for it to change if I was told he was followed. I think well, they said 4 years old is a good age. Cause in doggy years she's 27. But you know, she's like my little baby. And he ain't but 3 years old. I ain't never seen a dog that horny. I ain't never in my life seen a little small puppy like him that be so horny, y'all. He was crying because he was trying to get to her. And he a year younger than her. They can carry up to 6 puppies. They be real tiny. Oh, he says I'm behind. Okay. No, what I was actually the topic was who will get justice for young dog. Who would get justice? Who would get young Dolph justice, and who is responsible for his family getting answers up to date? Because and the reason I raised that question is because I feel like people kind of forget, um, you know, who has actually been the ones to get us what we have now. And it does not have anything to do with a vlogger. It didn't have anything to do with me, nobody other than the work of the FBI, the Memphis Police Department, and the actual witnesses, the people that actually knew. Yeah, he the humper. The people that actually knew, the witnesses. Okay. And it's amazing to me as time go on how many people had already heard that they was going to try to kill, young Dolph. I think that's sad. As a Memphian myself, of born and raised in Memphis, it's very disappointing to me that you hear people starting to say that they had heard that that was going to happen to young Dolph, and nobody tried to interject. Nobody tried to tell young Dolph, look, you need to make sure you're camouflage. We're hearing now. Mr. Ian said he did. I saw him on Stan G's interview. He said that he reached out to Dolph himself and told Dolph. He says, yeah, he said he reached out to him, but when you're starting to hear people, because I remember when I first started vlogging on the case, there was this guy, I cannot remember his name. He's a Memphis rapper. And he was saying that he had saw Snoop bands. And he said, I wish I had told them to get out of those cars. I mean, he had heard. That means he had heard it. He said he regret that he didn't tell them to get out of those cars. You're starting to hear more and more people come forward with saying that they knew that that was going to happen. I see. We gotta get better. I know a lot of men say, "Well, that ain't my business." Wait a minute. I mean, whatever happened to having morals and things of that nature? You speaking to your brother or speaking up. If somebody comes to you about something and they talking about a plot to do something to somebody, and you know that it's not right, you go, no, bruh, I can't agree with that. That's effed up. Y'all effed up for doing that. But instead, people always want to be in good standings with people. They be hoping, well, I just hold my peace in hopes of getting a seat at the table. They think somebody, can help them with something. And so they let folks just mess over other people. When you start talking about taking somebody's life, that's the very ultimate. They ought to be ashamed of themselves for what they did to him. They should be ashamed of themselves, and they're going to pay for that. It ain't no way around it. I've been saying for the longest, I believe in the end, and I'm not saying that he has. I'm just saying this is what I believe. I believe that Straight Drop is going to have an epiphany. I believe that I do. I believe that he's going to forget about all of that gangster stuff, because he already, probably feeling a certain way. And he's going to have an epiphany. So, I mean, 60 years is a long time for a 25-year-old boy. And which he should do. He should get 60 years, because he was the one that was out there. They took young Dolph out. That's not going to change, because I know that is true. But I mean, he could at least try to do the right thing in giving his family closure. And in the meantime, I mean, he got a daughter. Unfortunately, they took young Dolph away from his daughter. He could never witness his daughter, walk his daughter down the aisle or nothing. And they ain't neither, because they were so money hungry and such sin outs. They took some money and in hopes of getting fame. Okay. In hopes of getting some fame, they did that. But hey, the only thing he could do now, because they can't reverse it, because young Dolph can't get up out that grave, but he could at least try to do the right thing in spite of what has happened. And the right thing would be to at least tell his part, and tell tell on the other ones. And I do believe that that's going to happen. At this point, the only person that he can help is himself. I mean, him not saying anything is not going to change this outcome. They got too much info. They got too much evidence on Straight Drop. He didn't get all his money. So I mean, so Miss T, your source is telling you Juke didn't fit a call. That dog was on the way. Now nobody didn't tell me that Juke didn't get a call that Dolph was on the way. Now I'm telling you, let me say let me repeat what I said. I've been saying. I was told, I had already been told that he was followed. Okay. And I was told that, you know, when they spotted him, they made a phone call and they said to make sure he don't come out that cookie shop. I mean, that's not gonna change because the truth don't change. That's what I was told. I can't say anything else because I wasn't told anything else. I mean, I'm not gonna make nothing up. That them cookie people didn't tell you. No, nobody told me that. No, nobody told me that them cookie people did nothing. I mean, I'm not getting ready to lie on them folks. Nobody told me that. Yeah, incognito. Nobody told me that. As I've been saying from day one, why they gonna tell on their mans, as the people in New York say, why they gonna tell on their mans, and they hadn't told on the cookie shop? Why would they do that? It seemed like to me they would have been telling on the cookie shop before they told on the dudes that they knew. Purposely, it says for some reason the cookie daddy is suspect. And Rose says Diane definitely he knew it too. That's why he kept his folks. He didn't care who was with the elites and all that. He knew it was all fake love. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I don't get mad at people for having their own opinion. I don't. The only time you'll ever see me get mad is when somebody is making is being accusatory as it relates to me because I don't believe what they believe. You know, it's a lot of mentally ill people on here. But as far as you saying, well, hey, I have some questions about that. It's natural for people because we don't know everything. It's normal for people to say, well, I have my suspicions about that, this, and that. Okay, that's cool because everybody does not know yet everything. But to flat out come at a person because they believe differently than you, that's a person that has an agenda. It ain't about getting no justice because they can't get no damn justice for Dolph anyways. And can't nobody do that but the police. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So one thing for sure, everything that has a start has a finish. That's for sure. Or has an ending. It'll come out. Yep, it's definitely gonna come out. And Rosa's incog. We all grown, but them questions you asked, I've been seeing it's supposed to making sense. That's what I'm saying. You have your opinion, and yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. But like I said, everything is gonna come out. Everything is gonna definitely come out. And you know, do I believe that Young Dolph's family and friends and stuff had anything to do with it? Nah, nah, that didn't happen. What happened was you had mainly about two people, mainly about two that really wanted him gone. Okay, and they got other people um to get on that same energy and get themselves involved. But it mainly started with I'll say two, but it mainly started with one. I hope everyone apologizes to Raven and her family once this is over with. All the name calling, etc. is on. Yeah, and that's what I can't understand. Even if you have a difference of opinion, why in the hell you got to call people names? That is just plain sick, stupid, disgusting. How you know his brother didn't bug back and hit nothing? His brother, well, okay. So what makes you think his brother didn't bug back? I want to hear your opinion. Buck, Dirty, Crazy, Rogers, Mac, Memphis, Dirt, Pimpin'. You got all those names. What makes you think that his brother didn't bust back and didn't hit nothing? What makes you think that? Were you out there? Emerald, I'm not even going to respond to you trolling me. Miss Nelly, he gives me guilty vibes from day one. That's fact, Diane. And for Cornbread to be that caught up for some money, that's messed up. Now he's crying like a baby. First time seeing you here, how I'm trolling you. I'm a member. I don't disrespect anyone, so stop the nonsense ASAP. He's in timeout to think about it. Buck, Dirty, Crazy, Rogers, Mac, Memphis, DTRT, Pimpin'. Why you say that about Young Dolph's brother? Oh Lord. How you know Maurice threw a phone under his car? That means all they would have did was went up under the car and got it. Oh, it's your rap name. That whole name is your rap name. Yeah, he gonna have to pay. Cornbread had that Draco. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Well, like I said, hopefully the trial will start. Buck Rogers was first. Mac Memphis, I got cuz I live in Memphis. Pass pumping and rapping and trapping 4 times OG. Okay. Mhm. When you said anywho, it makes me think that you're a female behind that account, Buck. But okay, because men don't say anywho. But okay. Um, Born in Detroit. Okay. Hmm. He said, anywho, I do from up north, raised by 5 women. Oh, okay. How you use your money to send someone out like that? I don't know. I think they thought they was gonna get some fame. I did tell y'all now that Cornelius, write music and sings, and he likes to write music and he sings and he raps. I told y'all that. Now I'm not saying he was promised nothing, but Straight Drop was. Straight Drop thought he was going to get a career. I just wonder who Straight Drop was going to. I wonder which label he was going to sign with. I see Moneybag people gonna be trolling in my comments. I mean, they may as well not troll because I'm a block them. Y'all, I don't even cuss them out no more. I don't have the energy to cuss them out. Okay. Um, but Straight Drop was hanging around Moneybag Yo's artists. He was hanging around Moneybag people. So it just kind of led me to believe that I don't know if he was gonna sign with Bread Gang. I never said that. I just feel like he was gonna sign with somebody over there. I don't know who it was. I don't believe it was gonna be. I don't believe he was gonna sign with Heavy Camp. They. I was getting ready to be mean. I don't believe Black Youngster had the budget to sign him. I think it was gonna either be CMG or Bread Gang. That's or Endless. It was gonna be one of those three: CMG, Bread Gang, or Endless. That is just in my opinion. They should have taken Tupac's route as roadies free game. Low self esteem made them vulnerable. Yeah. Step on video was when he got paid. I wonder who High Rise that belonged to. It wasn't his. I could tell you that with a lot of surety. It was not in his name. Yep, it was not in his name. I wonder who High Rise that belonged to and how long he lived there. I don't think he had been living there too long. I think he had been living there for some months, not too long. They had started letting him they was trying to really finesse him. They was showing him how he could live. He didn't realize that it was really just temporary. The apartment wasn't even in his name. Straight Drop had just got out a few months before. Mm-hmm. He already living in a high rise, and I think the rent in it for that high rise was what 27. Not either. It was from it was 19 to 2,700. I think he ain't had that kind of money monthly to pay for that. The I know exactly what high rise it was. The rich people is still there. But that's that same high rise he was going back to with them same clothes on that they got on camera. So I don't know how these folks ever thought Straight Drop was gonna get off. I really don't know, but they got that on lock. He can go to any. The only way he get off if they pay off some jurors, and I hope it ain't no jurors sick enough to go do fed time for him. Child, it ain't worth it. It rolls said, let me roll up my joint. Lord have mercy. He must have been selling drugs up in there. He could have, because it ain't number rich people around there, doctors and lawyers and stuff. You know what? Let me tell you something. You know what? You might be onto something. He, they could come straight to him in the building because he was around nothing but rich folks. It's straight up rich folks up in there. Hmm. Yeah, you guys, make sure y'all get y'all's platinum memberships. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get out. I got a class in the morning. Mm. I was just looking at. I don't know where my head was at. I thought I had to be there at 10. I got to be at that class at 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock. I'm glad I re-looked at that. I have so much going on. I forget times. I'm putting in my phone so I can wake up early. Just said, yeah, and like I said too. Y'all remember? Um, y'all remember now? Don't forget that when Straight Drop was on the run, who was putting out the most tweets? Somebody was putting out a whole lot of tweets and subliminal messages. Always remember that, Big 30 passed the bag to Straight Drop. I got the video on my Reese through the phone. I will send it to you. Oh, okay. Glad you did too, Miss T. Nothing like me. I know that's right. When I got there, it'd have been over. They would have been looking at me like I was the damn freak. And I would have been talking about showing up for a class at 10 o'clock when it's over. And I definitely need to make that train and get my certification in that particular thing that they're teaching. Anyways, you guys, anyways, I have enjoyed being with you guys tonight as always. Y'all know what? That coffee got me wired up. I would stay on with you all a little while longer. I know y'all got to go to work. I hate I drank that coffee because my mind was telling me I got to be there at 10. But shit is over with at 10. No, it's over with at 9:30. 8 o'clock to 9:30. Hmm. Yeah, I hate going to the federal building. They treat you like you Al Qaeda or something, trying to even get in the damn building. I used to have to take Spanish class from U of my in Bartlett, and I was missed. Cops pulled me over, and I ain't go no more. The Bartlett police don't play. I'm gonna tell y'all something. The Bartlett police was so bad when I was a traffic officer. The Bartlett police was so terrible, and y'all know Bartlett is like it used to be a suburb. It's still nice. It's really Memphis, but it's like a little city in Memphis, right? A suburban city, and it's not as upscale as it used to be. The Bartlett police was so bad. Even if you they knew you worked for the police department. You show them your badge, you show them your ID and stuff. They still ticket you. They were so bad about that because that's how they make their revenues. They were so dirty. So my lieutenant would always, because normally when it was police officers that had accidents and stuff like that, the lieutenants would have to make the scene. If it was a Bartlett police, they got so bad they would ticket their ass. If they in the wrong, you ticket them. They car they double parked, ticket they ass. We ain't making no scenes or nothing. Treat them like you would treat anybody else. That's what broke them up. That's what broke them up from that. If it was, they put they family and stuff in a car accident or a police officer pulled them over, and my son is a Bartlett police officer. Are you really getting a ticket now, lady? You already in the wrong. Ain't nobody cutting you no breaks, and Bartlett police writing us tickets and shit. Ain't cutting nobody no breaks. They was firing them up so bad. They family members and everything, but they was in the wrong. It's not like they was doing them dirty. That's the only thing. The police chief over at Bartlett said, "Look, this shit got to stop because Memphis Police Department is way bigger than Bartlett. Your family run a red light. They figure out your family. You work for a Bartlett Police Department. Ain't nobody getting cut no breaks. Bartlett Police Department was just that dirty at that time because that's how they make their revenues, and they family and them too was getting tickets like 40 going north. I ain't got to work tomorrow. I do have to run errands, but that's okay. I wish I didn't have to get out tomorrow. Let me see. I got to go to training. When I leave training, ooh, I do go to my kickboxing class, which is good. It's such a stress reliever. Oh my god. And then I got to go out on a situation. I should be home tomorrow. I won't get home until late tomorrow, real late. I got to leave home at 7 and I won't be back home until after 7. I seen y'all saying good night. I was just responding, but I'm up with my. And Rose said she up smoking a joint. Don't y'all know I've never smoked a joint in my whole life? I've never smoking weed in my life. Not I never tested it, nothing. I sure wouldn't smoke nothing. I wouldn't take it now. Um, because it stinks too bad. It don't smell like weed used to smell. I didn't like it back then, but it's sure funky now. I wouldn't smoke nothing that stank like that. Darn, I left home 2 days ago and just got home. Holiday tracks. You said I never had a contract. Um, Smell like boo boo. Yeah, it stinks. The weed they smoke today smell like shit. Yeah, it smell like shit. I don't know how they smoke it. I couldn't smoke nothing that smelled like that. I can't inhale it though, because I'm allergic to smoke. I can't inhale cigarette smoke either. I'm allergic to it. The weed, crazy. Stop all the crazy talk. Come on, man. I don't see people smoking cigarettes like that anymore. A lot of people got off of the cigarettes. My grandmother used to smoke Winston 100. That's what my grandmother used to smoke. Winston 100. My mother's mom, my grandmother was so hard headed. The doctor had taught. I remember we went to a doctor. They went to way down in the backwoods of Mississippi. Child, his dad had delivered them, and let's see, emeralds and white papers, and so he had told my grandmother she needs to stop smoking. I went to the doctor with her today. I sat down in the car. He told her she needs to stop smoking because of her heart issues and stuff. My grandmother was so feisty and hard headed. She said she told the doctor, okay, as soon as my grandma got in that car, she lit a cigarette. And when she inhaled it, she started choking and she almost couldn't get her breath. She almost could not get her breath, but she never smoked another cigarette a day after that. That's how she got off of cigarettes, child, because she almost choked out. She had been smoking forever. Y'all ain't good weed until you had Jamaican hash. I don't like smoking any. I don't like taking anything. I drink wine. I stopped drinking them hot toddies when I started. I'm gonna tell y'all something because I never liked brown liquor because it burned. But y'all know when it was wintertime, um, deep back in the winter, I was drinking them hot toddies because of the colds and stuff that I was congested. When I first started drinking those hot toddies, it was burning my chest. I stopped drinking them hot toddies because I was making me a hot toddy every night. After a while, it stopped burning my chest. I guess I was becoming an alcoholic. My body was getting immune to it. I said, "Oh hell no, the devil is a lie. I ain't drinking no more." So, um, I still got a half a bottle of that brandy, and that Jack Daniel is basically still up filled up to the top. Pal Mal's my grandma dipping snuff in them backwoods. Other grandmothers smoked up to 92, but vapes dry you out. I like the raws. I buy my weed at the dispensary. I have a medical card as well. I've never smoked weed. I never had a desire to. I'm too old to be trying stuff now. I don't want none. It's legal now, so I definitely don't trust it. Anything the government make legal after they was fighting, putting people in jail for and they make it legal now, that means it's gotta be killing people. It's gotta be doing something bad to them. I don't want it. Like I said, I drink a little wine, but that's it. And I like sweet wines, so I have to watch myself because it's easy to gup them down just like the Kool-Aid. Yes, indeed. I'll tell you. Anyways, Miss Tamma, I realized today the government is all about money and power. We are all being used, especially minorities. I can agree with that. You should try it, Tamara, when take a vacation to Cancun. I don't want to smoke no weed. I don't want none. Give me some sweet bitch. Give me a little sweet bitch and let me relax. I love to drink wine. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I have an addiction to like, especially when I don't have anything to do. Like I've done everything around the house. I love to drink wine when it's raining. And I'm serious. I like to drink wine and look back there at that damn water. It's just so therapeutic. The rain hitting the water and stuff. Oh my God, I love it. You have the patio blinds and stuff open. I'm telling you, it is so. And before you know it, I've fallen asleep. I don't know if I be drunk or what, but I like to drink sweet wines. Is Holiday Track still in here? He asked me if I had a contract. I have a contract where? Is Holiday Track still in here? I thought he said, "Do you have any contracts?" Mom's ham don't need, no, I don't need no weed at all. I don't want none. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't like the way these people in these foreign countries do these animals. Like they have tigers as domestic animals, and then they let tigers and dogs fight. That's evil. You know damn well no dog has a chance against a tiger. I don't like people that are cruel to animals. Something needs to happen to them. I don't like people that are cruel to people either. It's just it. I'm very sensitive to stuff like that, and people be sharing that stuff on their page. How you gonna have a dog and a tiger fighting, and then the tiger grabs the dog by the neck, and the dog start crying, and they think it's funny? That's sick. He gonna kill him. My brother don't smoke. He likes the edibles. I don't like those. Hmm. So the edibles get you high? So I guess the edibles get you high too, huh? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I will say it sound like it's raining outside, but it's not. Today in Compton, that guy's 13 dogs killed him when he went out to feed them. I'm trying to figure out why he would have 13 dogs. Mm-mm. All right, guys, we've been on here 3 hours. That's long enough, okay? I enjoyed being on here with you guys tonight, though. I need to gather myself. I need to gather myself. Anyways, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys so much for all of your support, all of your for your loyalty, your respect in my chat, and all of that good stuff. Shout out to my moderators; they absolutely rock. This channel wouldn't be what it is without you all. Y'all make it what it is. I want you guys to know that everything that my channel is, you guys make it what it is. Absolutely, for 100% for sure. And I want you guys to rest peacefully tonight. Make sure you pray when you get off of here. I love you guys. I'll talk with you soon.